All right. I am recording at the moment, FYI, and then I'll trim off this when we get started here. You have a good open and close. So,
You're good.
all right.
Good. All right. Well, welcome and good morning. We're going to be playing the Bog of Dukes kind of scenario. I've added some things to it, but we've got here on I just Viking Death Squad. So, real quick, I know we kind of talked about it earlier, but just a quick overview of your characters, Varg and Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn is a human junker. He is proficient with the poison forest and is kind of a skirmisher. He's proficient in finding gear and armor from just around the areas. He's kind of a scrapper and a discoverer. He's not a big heavy fighter. Would prefer to take a pot shot and then run away, rather than just stay and engage with someone for long periods of time.
Excellent. Awesome. And Varg.
Yeah, Varg is a Viking berserker, so he is a big heavy fighter, and but not the one that's just going to throw himself to death. He knows that his job's important, and there's a job to get done. So he's gonna be smart about it, but also when his eyes kind of cloud over in anger, beware. And yeah, that's Varg.
Awesome. I'm excited. This is a good team. Small, but good. Well, where we're going to start is that you two have been traveling the world together for quite some time. You know each other. You've been through many adventures. But your latest kind of venture at this moment is that through hearsay, through communication, through tech that you found, you've kind of gotten word that there's a large source of radiation. Like, and the poison forest itself is a radiation like magnet, but it's enough. There's enough radiation coming out from this one spot that people are like making note of it, and you've been kind of curious enough to investigate that radiation source. So you've slowly plotted your way across the wastelands and the badlands over to the poison forest. Now, knowing the poison forest and the mycelium and the terrible kind of creatures that can end up living there, you ventured to go a path a little off the side and pointed out to this one entrance across this canyon, across this old rickety bridge, as your point of entry. Classic rope bridge, big old canyon into the giant forest of mile-high mushrooms and things like that. So, you're hopeful in the sense that you'll be able to get into the poison forest without necessarily causing too much drama, but we know how that goes.
One point of question: what is the one on our characters at the bottom right?
So these the die here is kind of like my idea of how to track your speed.
Okay.
So
cool.
In combat, you would roll your speed, and then I would just tick this up to whatever your speed is.
Awesome.
So it just is an easy memory point for me.
Perfect. Okay.
Good question though. Anyways, right. So yep, and we have over here on the left side. That's just kind of my representation of, hey, you're using some sort of map or some sort of or tech notes, kind of guiding you towards the point of radiation. You're not going to have to hunt around in the poison forest trying to find it. You know where it is. Okay. It's just a question of getting there.
All right, Varg, how about I go first and test this bridge out for us?
Yeah, Varg is a really big dude with lots of iron, so hold the rickety bridge. He's a bit more nervous than you see him typically.
It's okay. This bridge is rickety, but come on, it's been here for who knows how long. It's covered in mushrooms and fungus. It smells terrible from all the rain, but I'm sure the wood is solid.
I'm sure.
I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. So Quinn will very carefully and gingerly begin to step out and test the bridge, looking specifically for weak boards. Like, I'm not going to just walk straight across. But I'm also not like on hands and knees. I'm going to be walking pretty confidently, but looking specifically for weak boards that I could alert Varg to.
Right. I'm gonna make just a wits test,
Okay.
just to make sure if you're spotting anything. It's just gonna be easy, so I'm gonna roll a 2d.
Ooh.
So it's an 11.
The fungus is thick.
Oh, look at that. Wits. I'm blinded by the mushrooms. I'm astounded. I'm just really distracted.
Yeah, the mycelium, oddly enough, as gross as they are sometimes, are beautiful.
Yeah.
In poison forest.
Yeah. So I'm clearly not looking down. I'm looking up at the tops of the tall, mile-high mushroom stalks, and I'm kind of distracted and not paying attention to the boards after all. Sorry, Varg.
It's all right. So, quick question: as Varg is more than happy to start continuing and follow Quinn across the bridge, but my quick question is there a established reason why we want to chase down the radiation source? Did I miss that, or
so? It's more of your hearsay from locals, from other people you come across. The sense that the source of radiation never bodes well when it comes to the poison forest. Like, naturally it's radiated, but when you have this sudden huge pocket of radiation, of supercharged energy, that can sometimes lead to larger kind of entities, weird growths, mutations.
okay? So it's a potential new threat. Is kind of the
like
where there's a concern there. We're investigating. All right,
exactly. If you don't take care of it, something's going to get radiated. Godzilla's going to come. I don't know. You want to find out.
All right, makes sense. I'm down.
And so as you start moving across, what are you doing, Varg?
I'm going to be careful and try to keep my feet planted in Varg doesn't like to show fear. He's a terrible Viking berserker. But at the same time, this is a precarious situation. So he's kind of testing, kind of reaching out his feet, kind of testing his way as he goes, and kind of shifting his weight to the best spots and keep an eye out for any threats.
Okay. As you keep an eye out for threats, you do notice some movement on the edge of the forest, specifically. You notice that as you look up, you see a series of fallen soldiers. You've faced these before, the slain, as they're called, in the Badlands and across the world. And the poison forest especially, claims many people. And so you notice a few wandering about.
So these are just like zombies?
Yeah, sort of like zombies.
Okay.
But over the course of a few moments, a total of... Wait, hold on, I can't do that 12. Ignore that 12. No. A total of 13 appear.
Wow.
So we're just going to kind of do this and then bump these up to, let's go 3.
Damn it, Varg.
They've died once, they'll die again. Brain on.
They are there wandering, but you haven't quite made enough noise or stimulus to draw them in.
Okay.
But they are there. And then as well as I'm going to just roll a timer.
Okay. 2 rounds. Okay. What do you think, Varg?
I've got a huge shield and I'm a massive guy, so I can definitely hold the line if we kind of want to advance and kind of, if they come in on a bottleneck and I can just chew through some of these guys, like, that's definitely set up well for success. If we want to try and surprise them and you get some sort of edge, I don't really love the idea of having a big brawl on the bridge itself.
Yeah.
So he's kind of, I feel like Varg is, the spearhead, but he's definitely going to defer to your knowledge of the forest.
Yeah. So I would. My gut reaction here, Varg, is to take my composite bow and pick a couple of them off from afar, and then have them, like you said, funnel to us over the bridge.
Right.
But I don't want to risk the integrity of the bridge. Can I do a quick poison forest biology to see if there's anything specific about these guys, why they're here, indication that are they protected? Do they look like they're protecting something, or are they just lost, wandering?
Sure.
I've got 2 poison forest biology skill points, and if I roll a 4 through a 6, I learn something. For each
Yeah,
4, 5, or 6 I roll, I learn something.
Yeah, go.
Nope. Boy, I'm worthless. Okay. I did
Do you
not
want to add a resolve?
No, not yet. I didn't get a good night's sleep last night, Varg. There was a rock in my back. It was just, I'm not on my game today.
Hard to sleep in the stem forest.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to fight these guys here or over there? Or we could try to sneak past. We could try to just speed past.
I mean, I would like to clear as much of this bridge as we can. So while still being on our toes,
yeah,
I'd like to head that way.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll start advancing gingerly, as quietly as I can, towards the edge, so that we're not on this exposed precipice over the cavern here, the chasm here.
Right.
And as soon as there's indication that they see or hear me or respond to me, I will take a step back and get my composite bow out.
Okay. So what I need you to do is to make a speed reaction against a 3D, an average test, or an average reaction of 12.
Okay, I got 4 speed.
All right. That tie it? What did that do?
That's a 12, yeah.
That's a tie, and I feel that goes to the players.
Ties go to the player, yeah.
As you walk across, you actually notice that as you get out more further, there are several boards that are just waiting to crack and snap.
Okay.
And I'm sure it will be loud. But you notice, like with your light feet, you're treading, right as you begin to like hear the strain of the board creak just underfoot, you pull your foot off and jump to another board.
Okay. So for each of those, I will point down for Varg to note where I am, so he knows to follow and not step on those. Like, hey, heads up, right here, careful.
Okay, that will reduce Varg's speed test from a difficult to average when he goes across.
Okay.
So Varg's gonna nod solemnly and just try to, like a good soldier does. It's hard to be completely stealthy, but as much as he can pick with his feet and just move with intention to join his teammate.
All right, again.
What's the test found?
Speed reaction. I'm going to roll 3D for
11.
All right.
11.
11?
Yeah.
There we go. I've got 3 speed. Go. Nope.
Burn a resolve, dude. Do you have a resolve? Do you want to use one early?
I've got 1 resolve.
Do you have any way to get it back?
I don't. So I think it's all right. I'm not too worried about these guys hearing us. I think we'll need stuff later on.
All right. Okay.
Hey. Crack. Underfoot, like your heavy iron boots, your whole weight just cracks one of the boards. Like, whether you knew it was coming, so it didn't surprise you when your foot kind of dropped out. You were ready to support yourself, so no risk of falling there. But that crack immediately draws the attention of the slain, and then they begin to move forward. So we get a couple here, like a group. Only one group of 3 was able to make it onto the bridge. But as soon as they do, you notice that the ropes begin to strain. You can hear them tugging the wood as well as creaking. You feel that if maybe half of them so a total of 7 or so,
Mm-hmm.
could get on. Combined with your weight, the bridge feels like it might go down.
Oh boy.
All right.
Varg,
So
do you want to just barrel through, just linebacker right through all these guys?
I
Just put
would
your
love
shield down
to.
and run. Okay.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay.
so their speed is 14.
Whoa.
Your dice are hot today.
How about you guys roll speed as well to see who goes first?
Okay, go ahead, Varg.
All right. Here's the 3.
Nice.
Oh, good start.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
good,
I'll take it.
Good.
13.
Okay. All right,
Bump it
and
to
here goes me. I
13.
got 4 speed, so
Yeah. Love seeing a 6
11.
pop up.
11, 15.
Nice.
All righty.
All right, so
Yeah.
you guys get so
Those rolls are so,
They're tight.
so important.
nice. Yep. So we got Quinn. You got high speed. You got to go first, and then the Slain will go.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use my composite bow and try to pop off one of the guys right in front of me with an aim. And if I roll a 15 or more, I get to shoot again.
Okay.
So their target is 14, and I need to roll an aim. I've got 4 aim, so not looking good. Is that 8? It's 10. I'm going to go ahead and use a resolve and add it to my roll. 13.
Ooh.
It's still too
So
low.
close.
Oh, wait,
you
that was 10 total, right? So 13 total. So I'm under. Ugh.
Yeah. If you need to double check your dice tray. And
the dice
have
tray.
you-
Yeah. Oh man.
You just missed. It probably flew through a rib without hitting anything.
Oh man.
But just barely.
So frustrating.
An anticlimactic clatter.
All right. I
Okay.
get to move twice on my turn with my jump boots.
Okay.
So I took an action and I did not move. Can I use my jump boots and like jump over them to get some weight off the bridge and clear space for Varg? Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that. We're just gonna do an average, so 3D. So that is a 9.
You want speed on that?
Yeah, let's do speed.
Jeez, so many ones. Oh my gosh. 7. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So what happens with that 7?
I get tangled up. I don't make it. I'm going to be in the thick of it here.
That's fair.
Yeah, my jump
no.
boots.
One of them probably reaches out. You're a little surprised by their speed.
Yeah.
Grab your foot and then just draw you back in.
Oh, bastards. Varg, you got to save us. We're in the thick of it now, buddy.
Save you once. I'll save you again.
All right,
Varg
these
is-
guys.
Oh yeah, go for it.
This guy, 14 comes up. These guys are going to move in. This guy's kind of lining up. He's still not on the bridge, but we got 3 going in for Varg, and we got I'm going to say 3. It feels like with how narrow the bridge is, I don't feel like all 6 could stand there and wallop at you.
Okay.
So we'll have 3 go for Varg first, and let's see what their tactic is for that first strike. It's going to be a power strike. We're going to get 3 power strikes against you. So first one is a 9, not enough. Second strike is a 10, not enough. And the last one is a 12. So no hits on Varg. And then 3 strikes against Quinn. Their tactic for you guys is just going to be clumsy. They were surprised to have you suddenly like before them. So first strike is a 7, 3, and 3. Technically, I don't think these guys can even hit you, but unless things change.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, that brings us to Varg.
All right. He does not like being backed up on this rickety bridge whatsoever. So he's just going to lower his shield and his shoulder and try to blast through these guys, hit them with a shield on the way, and get to the other side and kind of call the attention of the entire group.
Nice. All right. I'm going to give you an easy power test.
All right.
So 7.
All right. This is Varg's wheelhouse here. So.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Just a big old bellowing roar and just smashes through.
Nice.
Coming into the middle of the group. He's like, "Come at me, you bastards!"
Okay.
All
right, give me a
pinball here.
Yep. We're going to say with that roll, you knock down 2 of them.
Nice job, Varg.
Very nice. Okay. Down in the thick of things. All of a sudden, you hear this kind of whirling. I don't know, like just whirling sonic. What's it like? I don't know. Suborbital crashing kind of a thing. As you look up in the sky and you see this kind of trail of smoke and fire just careening out of orbit, and it just is like, it looks like it's getting closer and closer and closer and closer until finally this big crash over here on the side of the cliff. And when the dust settles and all the slain look over, you guys look over, you notice sticking out of the crater is this big metallic box.
Ooh.
Just sticking out of the rock and the dirt. It looks like solid metal. It's old, it's cold, it's on fire, but it's not, and it's just it seemed to have even ignored some of the damage, landing from suborbit. It's just this hunk of steel and iron.
Should we check that out, Varg? Should we finish up here and check that out, or should we just haul ass over there? What do you think? Or should we just leave it alone?
I mean, I'm definitely intrigued. I want to clear these guys and get all the way off this bridge. But
yeah.
And it comes back to Quinn, who's at the top of the round.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to move over here, and then I'm gonna switch from my composite bow. No, I'll keep my composite bow just in case I can get a 15 and get another shot. And I'm gonna shoot at probably these guys up here.
Okay.
So the aim is 4. All these ones.
Use them now. Use them now.
It's 11. I don't make it. No, it's a mess. Jeez Louise.
You guys are quicker than I expected.
Yeah.
Well, if you can end up getting like the high ground, or if you can end up getting, mitigating some of that, you might be able to get some extra dice in.
Yeah. I'm going to use my jump boots and kind of jump up onto this ridge up here.
Nice.
So I can have a little tactical advantage. Yeah, and I'm definitely going to put that tree between me and them, so that if they try to shoot at me, I've got a little bit of like partial cover.
Nice. Well, so from attacking from the high ground and fighting from cover, you get +3 dice for your attacks.
Excellent. Okay. Cool. All right, it's their turn. I moved and attacked and moved, so I'm done.
Yeah. Okay. Well, one group is kind of going to wander over to the big loud explosion.
Okay.
Another one is going to be drawn a little closer to you. They're not quite able to get you this round because of the high ground, but these guys surround Varg, so they've got four on you, and they're all going to go in for a clumsy strike. All right, so first one. Again, I don't think they can get you.
Feel free to do whatever you want to. If they push the gear or whatever you want.
Oh, they have
tactics.
Junk. Yeah, they have junk stuff. They're not really into pushing or anything like that. So yeah, they just come down. With their axes, they just land their hits, and you hear the chink 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 as their junk gear kind of barely bites into your iron. Clearly,
Nice.
theirs is weathered and worn and can't hold up against your kind of polished and well maintained armor. So, these guys just kind of are there looking at this thing, drawn to it. They're here. Which brings us to Varg.
All right. Is there anything to do here, Quinn, besides just go crazy on these guys?
Just whirlwind attack, man. Just put your
All
arms
right.
out and spin.
So I start out. So it starts out with just doing a just a normal straight up attack. So I gotta hit him first with four dice. So I'll go for 14 here. It's 4, 8, and 9, and 11.
Ugh.
So I'm gonna, yeah. Shoot, man, these guys are quick.
Yeah, they are.
I don't really want to spend the resolve quite yet,
I don't
and
blame you.
so I've got up to 11. I'm gonna, man, I just hate to push stuff so quick. So yeah, I'm just gonna like we're just having this comedic back and forth. Apparently, this is swinging over their heads. Darn it, Slane! Get over here!
They are fast, but they are weak. Obviously, you have the strength, do whatever you want with them at this point. Okay. All right. That brings us back around to Quinn.
All right. I'm going to use my snare kit to slow these guys down. It slows them for 1 round.
Okay. Just going to drop. Ignore that 4. Dang it. Deleted it. There we go. So we'll just use this for slowing.
Yeah.
I'll drop it on here.
Slows foes by 1 round. It doesn't say how much.
Yeah, they'll just be kind of stuck in place. They won't move.
Okay. All right.
And are you doing it just the ones closest to you, or?
Yeah, I don't think it's the kind of thing I can hit with range. I think it's going to be so like these 7 nearby, these close to me.
Got it.
I'm just going to kind of throw it through. It's razor vines and stuff. I'm just going to kind of throw them down in between and try to tangle up both of those sets so that they're kind of stuck there. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, right on. Okay, maybe that'll buy you some time, Varg. In the next round, I can try to blast them.
Okay, well, that was your action. Do you want to move?
No, I think I'm going to stay here. I'm going to keep a wary eye on that iron brick that fell from the sky. It's probably hot and smoldering still, and I don't know what to expect from it. It could be war pigs, it could be a cryopod from an immortal, it could be who knows what. So I'm not approaching it yet. I kind of want to let the fallen get close to it first to see what happens. So I'm kind of just biding my time and being really cautious.
Okay. All right. Again, the slain come up. Well, and this time, they're just going to try to use their might instead of striking. They're just going to kind of swarm you for a moment, Varg, and they're just going to try to push you. Although they're not the smartest, but let's see what happens. Anyways, so we got 4 people. They're going to try. I'm just going to roll 1d for each of them. See if they can push you a little. 1, 2, 3, 4. Piddly weaklings. They push you for 10. It's not enough. They kind of just use their mass, their bony mass, to come in, jostle you a little bit on the edge of the bridge, and yet they're not even able to make you budge. Okay.
Set.
No, you're good. Varg.
All right. Just with a big old battle cry, he's like, "All right, get over here!" He's just gonna set himself in the midst of as many of these guys as possible and go for an attack again. Come on. All right.
Wow.
I'm gonna push. All right, I'm gonna throw another dice in there. I'm gonna take take a mark on the hammer here. So, what was I up to? I was up
9.
to 9. And here's the next one.
Yes,
there we go.
Finally.
All right. So you just kind of all they all kind of scatter a little bit and dodge the first few blows, and then he just like lands a solid big hit on top of one's head, and he just finds his footing. And so this now is my skill. I roll 6 times. For every 6, it's a bonus attack. So
bonus attack or bonus hit?
It says bonus attack.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, well, you did take care of one of them.
All right.
All right.
Oof. All right.
Man.
Yeah, you get your wiggles out now.
Yeah, if we can't take these guys, we're going to be in bad trouble deeper in the forest.
I
All
know.
right, I'm going to use my high ground and composite bow and shoot the guys over here on this side.
Okay.
So that's going to be 7D I get.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5. That's a hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
7.
Yeah.
5, 10, 14, 17, 18, 21.
21, yep, that's a hit.
21. Okay, so I get to hit one of them, and I get to go again because of the composite bow. I get to shoot again.
Yes.
It's not 12 higher than the target, so I don't get a critical. No. Okay.
But if this one ends up 12 higher, you need to get a 26 to get 12 or higher.
Yeah. Okay, so take another shot. So another 7.
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what do we got? We got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
So I dropped one of them. All right.
Whew. Okay. And because of the tweak, composite bow just gets that one extra.
Correct. Yep. Yeah. It's not an infinite supply. Just one bonus. Yep. Okay.
Nice.
All right. There you go, Varg. I softened him up for you, buddy.
Kind of nods, a little nod to acknowledge, like, appreciate it. I'm struggling over here.
Okay. And these guys were slowed.
They're no longer slowed. Yeah, they're no longer slowed.
Yeah. Okay, so these guys are going to move over, and they're just going to look at it and try to touch it and things like that. As they do, it opens up, and they end up pulling out. Let's see. 2d20. Oh, they got a 29. Oh, okay. All of a sudden, you reach one of them reaches into the box, into the thing. They're ignoring the heat and everything because of being dead and all. And one of them pulls out this beautiful, ancient-looking blade, a relic blade.
Ooh.
And you can see that even though he is slain, whatever is left of him recognizes the worth of this blade. And one of them, we're gonna drop him to 2. So this one without a number, he has the relic blade, and he all of a sudden, just having that blade in his hand brings a little bit more coherence to him, and you can see it in his eyes. And he turns to Quinn, and he starts moving towards him.
Quinn sees that blade. He quips, "Oh, that's where we left that. That's yours, Varg. We got to get that back for you."
Lord knows I need something besides this hammer.
Gotta get out of these filthy hands.
These two start climbing up.
Okay.
To get to you to negate your attack from high ground.
Okay.
And then these 3 are going to attack as well. Again, we're just seeing what they roll. Oof. But nothing hits.
Okay.
They are keeping Varg back.
Yeah, he's
nothing
occupied.
Else.
All right, Varg. Do your thing, buddy.
All right. It's just looking down at the hammer and kind of the cracks forming in it. He's like, nah, I need something else. So sorry, guys. Let me get a quick drink real quick.
these fallen are no joke.
Oh,
Man.
they're fast. That's the thing.
Yeah,
They are quick.
Yeah.
And
Hard to land a blow on them.
yeah, with your guys' speed though, like they're quick, but they
Not quick enough to hit, but quick enough to be
not,
hard to hit. So yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to start pushing. I gotta remember to push.
Yeah. Smart to go up on the high ground though. That was.
Oh, thanks. I love this background. This is beautiful.
The background music or the background.
The music, but also the image, the set piece you have here. This looks great.
Oh yeah, it's from the terrible Nicolas Cage movie. What is it? The season of the Witch.
Oh, I don't know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's a terrible movie.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. The recording might be a little bit rough.
That's okay.
I've got a pretty decent cough. So,
You're okay.
No problem, man.
all right. I'm going to pull up my greatsword. So, I'm going to put the shield on the back and go for the greatsword here. See, hot dice. Come on.
Woo!
All right. What is that? That is
14. That's a hit.
14.
That's a hit.
Oh, yeah. So then, with a 12 plus, it inflicts 2 hits.
Okay, and that's
And
enough to kill 2 of them.
And this is the whirlwind. Just need 1 6.
Oh, so close.
So close.
Mm. Alrighty.
Okay, that brings us back to Quinn.
Quinn.
Oh.
Yeah, boy. What do you think, Quinn? Varg, should I go for the guy with the sword and get him to drop it? Seems like the best choice. That thing's going to be dangerous.
I don't think you want him swinging it. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's going to be dangerous. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use my composite bow and target Swordmaster there. I don't get... Do I still get high ground bonus or no?
Yeah, for this last round,
Okay.
this last turn. After they move up this next turn, you won't
Okay.
have it anymore.
Okay. So there's 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, and then 14. There's a hit. 19, 23.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll hit sword guy.
He dies. I'm going to leave him here just
for. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna shoot one of the guys that's right here next to me. I'm gonna I'm gonna target this dude to clear out Varg's path. See if I can get it.
Woo!
7. There we go. There's a hit, so I don't even need to roll my bonus or the.
Well, keep going. You might get a 666.
Oh, it's true. Nope.
No.
Okay.
So close.
All right. Yeah. So I just pop him, and then I'm gonna dance deeper into the woods a little bit here to try to put some distance between me and these fallen that are climbing up, just to put some terrain and get out of the way a little bit. So that guy next to Varg should fall.
Yes.
I popped him. So we've got 2 left over at the loot box, and then 2 left in the woods here. And I'm trying to just, I'll scramble down actually. I'll kind of slide down and scramble down that little embankment there to get back close to Varg.
Nice. Yep. You do lose the high ground in the fight from cover bonus, so you're back to normal. But yeah, now they're up here, and they're like, what? And then they start climbing back down. This guy comes in, another one comes in, and he pulls out. Let's see, do 2d20. That's an 11. Oh, he pulls out what appears to just be a bag. But you're not quite sure what's in it.
It's a bag full of spiders. You can keep it.
So I'm just going to reduce him. And so now it's there. Okay. All right, Varg, you're free. You can get off the bridge.
Finally. All right. Gonna come at, just try to Am I able to pick up the relic blade?
Yeah, of course.
And what does that sucker do?
So the relic blade is a melee weapon. It gives you plus 2d when using it to your power.
Nice.
It's indestructible, and it inflicts 3 hits per landed attack.
Whoa! Is it two-handed?
No, it doesn't say. So no.
All
So
right.
you can use it with your shield, unless your shield is two-handed.
Oh man, relic
Blade.
blade.
Yep.
Let's go. I'm feeling good about this now.
Yeah. So you can still.
You're gonna start getting some whirlwind stuff going.
All right. I feel like I'll consider that part of your move and a free action. So if you still want to attack, go for it.
Oh yeah, gonna go into the midst of these guys. Try to take down the guy holding the bag here. So now I'm rolling 6D for power. Yeah, I think he likes the relic blade here.
Nice. Yep. You land a hit. Roll whirlwind.
And then what was that? Was it critical? Let's see. That was
Your target is that number.
so. It looks like I've got 12 plus 22. So yeah, definitely a critical.
Woo! There it is.
That relic blade just lit up, and then we're looking for a 6 here on whirlwind. Oh my god!
Oh,
That's a friggin' hilarious, man. Whoa.
okay. Well,
Okay.
Well, going critical destroys one automatically. You get another turn. You get to mark off a bubble for your blood rune, and if you are using a skill, mark off 2.
Okay.
But yeah, that relic blade just feels so good in your hand. You just bring it down and just crush that slain like it was butter. This feels so nice. All right, so go again.
All right. Gonna take out this guy next to me. Oh yeah.
5, 10.
Oh wait, sorry. I think I did the extra one.
No, yeah, you're good. 5, 10, then that's 12, so you're up to 22, 23.
All right.
You did.
He did. Love it.
I'm going to say we are close enough. If you want to try whirlwind, you can try to take these guys out who are climbing down.
All right. Here we go.
Come on, you just.
Oh, that's a bonus attack right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right. 2 bonus attacks, and yeah. Do you want me rolling like it's bonus attack for each 6? So let's see.
Yeah, and well, I feel like this will do the same thing. Like,
Got him.
nice, you got 1. Do another one.
2. 6 plus 7. 9. Yeah,
15.
got him.
Yeah, you got him.
Nice.
Boom.
Sword is badass.
Yeah, it is. And technically, those would hit 3 times, but they only have 1 hit. They don't have any armor, so.
Perfect. Well,
right.
After a rough start on the bridge, Varg picks up this blade and it just fits him just right, and you just see him move like he was a younger man, and moving his way from slain to slain and cutting them completely in half, and pieces of them falling all over where you're just kind of standing open mouthed.
Yeah, I've seen this dance before, so I'm glad to see Varg in his element. It makes me happy to see you happy. And while you're kind of the sun is glinting off your relic blade, and you're kind of feeling it in your hand, I'm gonna do a find gear roll. So if I roll a 4, 5, or a 6, for each 6, just a 6, I can find gear or armor, my choice. So I'm gonna look for gear.
Okay.
Yes, find some gear.
Nice. Okay, so you wander back over to the loot crate, and you find that there's actually two things in there. Give me 2d20s.
So 22.
Okay.
And 26.
Okay. So, the 26 is going to be armor.
Okay.
It's going to be retread pauldrons. It's armor, and it's armor that's made from tires.
Yep.
And it gives you plus 1d to sneak attempts.
Okay.
Okay. And then the other one was a 22. You find a motion stone.
Nice.
So it allows you to accurately sense all movement nearby,
Right on.
and you can push to expend that range.
Okay. Very cool.
Additionally, on the ground, you open up the bag, and it's just a bunch of stones, but you recognize them as hag stones.
Ooh.
If any of you have a spell stone or find one, you can instead use a hag stone you can destroy one of the hag stones in place of spending a use on a spell stone.
Nice.
And after that, you find that the crate from a suborbit is empty.
All right. I'm loaded up on armor, so I can't carry anymore. You're only allowed to have 4 pieces of armor.
You can wear 4 pieces of armor, but I think you can carry.
Oh, okay.
In your
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just have it in your items. So you're just not getting the bonus from
Got
them.
it. Okay. Varg, how about I hang on to this stuff for us? Or do you need
Yeah.
more armor?
No, I'm set.
Okay. All right, I'll hang on to this stuff. I'll stick it in my backpack. Sweet.
Okay. Well, with that, you look before you. You see the bridge is still intact, a good way out, need be. You look down and you still see the direction readout, kind of pointing you towards where you need to go, and it clearly leads into the forest. And so you start walking from the canyon, away from the canyon, into the mile-high forest edge of this mycelium mushroom stalks. You can smell the spores. You think you might even be able to feel them entering your lungs. Okay, but after a while, you walk and you kind of hear noises, and the ground is sort of mushy and things. It gets darker, and eventually you come upon a scene like this as the forest kind of is eaten up and slowly dissolving by the mycelium. Everything's squishy, and in the forest, in the fog, you see a figure kind of standing and waiting for you. You with that, as you get closer, you recognize this figure to be a spore chief. Let me just pull you guys in. Sorry. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
So he kind of like is standing before you, and give me your poison forest knowledge reaction.
Nice. 8.
Nice. Okay, and your poison knowledge, if you got a 4, 5, or 6,
4, 5, or
right?
6. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So you know this is a spore chief, and you know that he's the leader. He's probably a couple hundred years old, been fighting, and is just as tough as most immortals. And you also know that where a spore chief is, usually there's the rest of the tribe somewhere around. And with your motion stone, you can sense movement. You can't quite see them. As he moves up, he kind of calls out to you in this kind of very plant-like, just there, not like guttural or kind of gravelly, but almost like a squishy, deep voice. He calls out and he's like, "What are you doing in my forest?" Like, what brings you here, trespassers?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Varg. Hey, Varg, you mind if I take this one?
Right ahead. I've got your back.
Okay. I will. I will walk. I'll take one reverent step forward, and I will put my hands out at my sides, unthreateningly, so he can see my hands. And I'll give a low bow and say, Reverend One, we are here. We do not mean to trespass upon your tribe's lands. We're following the signal of a spike of radiation. We want to clear it out to preserve as best we can the sanctity of your forest.
Okay. All right, we're going to do to give me a wits test.
Okay.
We're going to do right now, we're going to do average for 3. So it's going to be, that's 13.
I can't do it. I only got 2 wits.
Okay. Again, he doesn't necessarily respond or react to you moving forward and bowing, but he does call you out as like, I've seen your type before, the immortal and the human. Whatever is causing that, you only come into the poison forest seeking things for war, destruction. How can I how can I believe you in wanting to clear it out in what you say?
We're not like it's true that we're locked in battle with the war pigs, and we want to purge the surface of the planet from their filth. We bear you no animosity. Can we make a sacrifice? Can we make a donation to you? Is there something we can do to help you? Do you have any itches you need scratched? Or can we just go on our way? You can watch us. Just make sure we're out of your territory until we pass. We have no fight with you. You want these hagstones?
Interesting. He kind of stands for a moment thinking. Timer drops down to 1. I have no use of these stones, but I am willing to consider a trade of passage.
Okay. What do you need? What can we do to facilitate your health and your happiness?
Let me just peek for a moment.
Varg, I don't think this is going to go well for us.
Yeah, I know what he's gonna ask for.
What's he going to ask for? The sword?
Oh yeah.
Well, if you wouldn't walk around brandishing it like that all the time, if you'd maybe put it in a sheath.
That's so beautiful.
Well, I'll give you. He kind of like asks you. He kind of like thinks for a moment, kind of sees things. What do you have that you are willing to offer? Kind of wants you to lay out.
Yeah.
Kind of what you have.
Yeah.
You don't have to show them. You can try to hide things if you so wish.
Sure.
But...
Yeah. Well, we got these retread pauldrons. Got these hagstones. I've got. I don't know. This might be interesting to you. I've got this gravity pod. It's like a little stone that creates a 4D gravity field. I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in. But as you can tell, we're pretty simple travelers. We're not really geared for big encounters. We're traveling light because we wanted to get in quietly and examine the source of this radiation. We're not tradesmen. We're not we're not a caravan. So this is about all we've got.
Interesting.
You know, we're not looking to engage in commerce here. We're really just looking to get through your space. You know, we're not going to soil or sully your area, your lands. We respect your sovereignty here, and we honor it. We just want to get past into the to find the source of this radiation. Maybe you know about it. Maybe you know what the radiation is. In which case, you could tell us and save us all the trouble.
As you're talking, all of a sudden, out of the trees and everything,
Damn it! Damn it, Varg!
boom. Even one like right next to you.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, kind of thing. Just all these spore hunters suddenly appear, and one of them kind of down here like yells at you, kind of a thing. Is like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? These trespassers need to suffer for their insolence and audacity of entering our territory. I need each of you to roll a wits reaction against a 9. Wait, no, 11.
That'd be a 5 for me.
And I can't get there. I've got 1, literally a 1.
Yeah. So these guys like react, and you are just, you know, taken back with the sudden appearance of a swarm of spore hunters. You know, do you guys react with those rolls, or just anything like you're just taken back and you're kind of put back on your heels a little bit in these negotiations?
Yeah, we're definitely surrounded. And Quinn will put his hands up, like, "Look, you got us. We're not interested in a fight. I don't want to fight. You know, your clan. We just want to pass through. What can we do to make this go? You know, you're probably going to kill us if we fight, but we might take some of you out too. So this is just not going to end well. Let's just move on."
All right. I'm going to take a moment just as the DM. I'm looking over your stuff. I'm going to give you 3 options.
Okay.
You can take a 4th, which is you can refuse. Mm-hmm. It's always a thing. But here's your 3 options. Essentially, after they kind of like get the drop on you, you know, the spore hunters are a little bit more aggressive, and they kind of like shake you down so that they can like look at all your stuff and things like that. The spore chief keeps them in line. Like, you guys haven't reacted in any way enough to like merit, you know, harm.
Sure. Yeah,
but yeah, he's kind of being the civil one, while the spore hunters are definitely chomping at the bit, just hoping Varg will react in some way or whatever. They might be like poking him, prodding him, trying to be like, come on, buddy. Anyways, so here's the deal. After shaking you down, they're like, "We will give you passage if you give up your composite bow or your relic blade or a combination of your thermite brick, gravity pod, and your battle hammer."
Oh, Varg, I'd be happy to give up my. I'm gonna have a little sidebar with Varg here. We're gonna.
Yeah, you can talk. So yeah, so those 3 things, and then you can refuse and go to town if you want.
So Varg, I don't want to fight these dudes. I want to get through. I'm not happy, but I'm willing to give up my composite bow. I've got an iron blaster, so I'm not helpless. I don't want you to give up that relic blade for sure. And I've got a really strong feeling this thermite brick is gonna be useful later. I don't think I want to reveal or revoke that kind of power card out of our options here. So let's just I'll give him the bow. and then
Since
let's get
they
the hell out of here.
expressed that they want the battle hammer as an act of goodwill and really trying to solidify the deal, I'll toss my hammer into the mix.
So the hammer and the bow.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Do you add any other stipulations? Are you just like giving that battle hammer freely, or are you adding anything to the deal?
I'm just
Yeah.
wanting to calm the heck down.
Yeah. So I'll say, hey, okay, so we'll give you the composite bow freely and happily for safe passage through your lands to the radiation source that we seek, and to make sure that we earned your goodwill, we'll give you this battle hammer as well to make sure that we can come back through here unmolested, because we're going to have to come back. So this is payment for each way of our transit.
Got it. Okay. The Spore Chief looks at him for a moment, and silently nods his head, and hands off the battle hammer and the composite bow to one of the hunters. And then he asks, "You mentioned radiation. Where exactly are you going?"
We'll show him on our the data pad or the map, whatever we've got there. We're not going to show him the details. We're going to say, this way, roughly, however many kilometers estimate between here and the target. I don't want to tell him exactly where, but like, northwest, maybe a couple hours walk, whatever it is.
Yeah. No, for sure. He looks at it and goes, I think I know what you speak. Be warned that it's outside of our territory, but there are many dead who go there.
Okay.
And are drawn to it. I hear of even one who seems different than the rest.
Different how? What do you mean?
Well, no one's really traveled there for quite some time. We stay away. It is a dangerous place. But rumor has it from my spores and hunters that there is one of the fungal dead that is different than the rest, smarter, more cunning.
Ooh. Okay. Well, thank you, Chief, for that warning. That's super helpful for us.
So with that, they kind of all back off, and as you look at the Spore Chief, and then you look around, like every time you change glances, like you look back, and all of a sudden 3 are gone, and then you look back the other way, and another 3 are gone, and so you just see them all just without, but in between blinks, yeah. And finally, the Spore Chief is kind of just standing there on his own, and he kind of gestures for you to walk on. And then as you look back, like he's gone as well.
Well, that was something, Varg. Maybe on the way back, let's maybe take a different route.
Everybody trying to just get a little piece of the pie.
I know. All right. Yeah, let's
imagine if those guys were with us. That'd be nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice but they weren't going to help us. They just wanted our loot.
Yeah.
All right, let's soldier forth.
Hey, so again, following the directions of the keypad and everything that you have, you head deeper into the forest. And again, you see signs of the spore territory, little signs here and there, especially with your tracking and your familiarity with the poison forest. You know kind of when you're in it, and then eventually you notice that they disappear, and almost the markers of you having left territory.
Okay.
Eventually, you kind of follow this river, and you get to this bog that kind of just everything mashes out with.
Nice.
And so you kind of get to this bog, and you notice, and you can feel, and your tech kind of points it out as well, in its own weird kind of hardware kind of way. that the radiation is increasing.
Okay.
That this is a dangerous place to expend for massive amounts of time, and so things will need to be quick.
Yeah, yeah.
But essentially, what happens is you get to this bog and you kind of enter in, and you're quiet, and things like that, and you notice in the ground what appears to be a series and a collection of nuclear warheads. You can see the symbols. You can see them from a time long past, just sinking and just floating in the bog themselves. And we've got them represented here. And so you, after counting for a moment, you see that there are a total of 10 warheads, all just collected in this bog, giving off this radiation and seeping,
Okay.
seeping with them. Additionally, you look and you start seeing movement, and you notice that there's a collection of 14 fungal dead, all just wander around. They don't know that you're there yet.
Okay.
So let's bump this up to, we're going to do groups of 5. They're just wandering around, kind of looking at the bog, marching through the muck. Additionally, you see one standing to the side, kind of overseeing it, who looks different than the rest.
Captain Varg, what should we do with these bombs, these warheads?
Well, the danger is that they're going to lead to a worse threat, so I feel like we gotta take them out. I mean, I don't know what else to do.
We gotta dig the warheads out of the bog and then take them where?
Well, I mean, like, remove, either blow them up or
Okay.
I think Varga is looking at the situation and questioning whether it's going to be even possible to go back home after this,
Yeah.
Is this do we just remove this threat from the world, one less thing that's going to, be...
Well, if we detonate these things, it's going to be a catastrophe for the forest for sure, and we're not getting out of here. We're not going to be able to blow these things and get out of range in time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure what else to do. I mean, we've come here to deal with them, and I'm not sure how else to deal with them besides removing them from the equation, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what else to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're leaking radiation, so they're probably volatile. Like, we could maybe disarm them, but they're still going to be leaking radiation. So,
yeah.
Boy, I don't know what to do, man.
Any benefit to having a little parlay with the smart one? Because I feel like we're just gonna get swarmed.
Yeah, we're going to get
that's
swarmed.
a good idea,
we're going to get swarmed. I don't know that he can talk, and I don't know what we would say to him if he does talk. Like, what do we hope to say to him? Like, hey, man, can we have this? Can we have this radiation? Can we take it out of here for you? Like, I don't think he's not gonna respond positively to that.
Sure. I guess Varg is just kind of itchy, and like, what's the objective here?
Yeah, right.
Is there anything that we can do besides blowing these guys up that's gonna give the result that we want? I guess is my question.
I'm going to do a poison forest biology, and try to see if I can figure out if anything useful about the interaction between the poison forest and the radiation? Is it the kind of thing that could be dispersed throughout the forest and the forest would consume it over time and it's actually not that big of a threat? Or is this like catastrophic? Oh, good, I found something out. Yeah, what can I learn about this to help us make a decision?
So the forest itself is incredibly radiated as it is. So like eventually it will just absorb the radiation.
Okay.
The problem that you see is that things are drawn to it. As you're seeing, the fungal dead is drawn to it. You were drawn to it.
Okay.
The warheads are kind of like a beacon, and things will come, whether that is giant creatures, the war pigs, other enemies. Like,
So, Var,
the,
maybe it's not that we need to get all of them out. Maybe we just need to spread them out so that they're not all concentrated in one place. Maybe we could take 5 of them out and relocate them. Or maybe give them to the spore chief or something. I don't know. But so there's not one big concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try that. Just to see what happens.
yeah.
Well, I can go in there and make a ruckus and get their attention. And you can be a sneaky little human that is running around doing the work.
There's more of them.
More arrive. They do not know you. They don't know that you're here. Like, you're still hidden.
Okay.
But as time goes on,
They're going to keep
a
coming.
few more arrive.
They're going to keep coming. Yeah. Okay. Is that a waterfall in the background there?
That is indeed.
Okay.
There's a waterfall. You see mushrooms
Yep.
around.
Yep.
You see the warheads kind of stuck in the bog. You see him standing up above. You see vines here and ledges and other trees and mycelium and mushrooms and all sorts of things like that.
So from our vantage point, do I have reason to believe that I could carry one or more of these warheads? Are these like big bulky things, or are they relatively small that I could carry 1 or 2 out? Like, could I fish it out of the bog and then like make a dash?
It's probably each of the warheads is probably, a large duffel size bag
Okay.
thing, sized, old metal, slimy from the bog. So
Yeah.
it's going to be heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So you could carry one, but it would be like tough going.
Yeah.
Varg could probably like put 2 under his, one under each arm and run with it a little bit. But you're then carrying a nuke.
Right.
Right.
So here's an
Yeah, I don't.
here's an idea,
Go ahead.
Varg. If we can get in there and throw this gravity pod, we could create a 4D gravity field, and maybe that just impairs some of these mobs, and they're just stuck in place until
Mm-hmm.
we can fish out these warheads, and we could try to get them onto a sledge or something, and then just haul ass away.
Yeah, I mean, would that accomplish the goal of they're not going to be a beacon anymore?
Well, I don't know. That's my thinking. Is if we can separate, like if we could just get one of these piles of warheads, if we could just get one of these out, there wouldn't be as much concentrated radiation. Then we could evaluate what's happening. We could certainly maybe ask the spore chief to lend a hand to keep an eye. Like, does that disperse the walking dead here, or the fungal dead, or does it just make 2 hotspots now for them to congregate in? The only other thing we could do is just sit here and pick these guys off, forever to try to protect the area, but they're just going to keep coming.
Would destroying the nukes without blowing them up? So if we weren't using explosive stuff, but like being able to kind of chop them down into pieces, would that dissipate things?
I don't think so. Because the payload is the the fissible material. I don't know. This is outside of my expertise. We should have brought Barney with us. He's the nuclear expert.
Old Barney.
Yeah,
I'm missing him now.
I know.
You do think that maybe there is ways to diffuse the bombs.
Okay. Yeah, I think what I would like to do, Varg, is maybe let's. I would propose that we gravity anchor these guys down for some period of time,
Okay.
and then pull the bombs out, the warheads out, someplace safe, so that we could then have some time to explore. Like, if we can certainly try to dismantle them or disarm them, and then figure out what does that do. Can we seal them up? Can we put them? Maybe we can take them back to that pod that landed, and stick them in there. That fell down from outer space, and seal that thing up or something. I don't know.
All right. Sounds good. So
Okay.
we're going to do a little heist here.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to try to use. I would like to try to sneak over here somewhere, carefully. And what I want to do is throw this gravity pod kind of centrally to slow these guys down. But I want to make sure I aim it such that it does not trigger on the warheads. I don't want the warheads to be heavy as well.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to do you want to sneak with speed or wits? What do you want?
Let's do speed.
Okay.
And you're let's see. You're hidden, so give a +2.
Okay.
Or +1. Sorry.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Speed is 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, and you want 1 or 2?
So you were trying to beat a 4.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah.
14.
I forgot to roll my test first. So yeah.
14. That's a critical success.
Yep.
That's 12 over.
Yes. Okay. So you do. So you're able to land it and get maximum effect for it. So this is just going to be the grav pod.
Perfect.
Anyways, so tell me, so you get maximum effect. So your grav pod kind of just increases gravity.
It does
anything near
4D gravity field. So 4D, 6. Oh, nice. 12, 15. So whatever 15 extra gravity does.
So that's anything has to pass a 15 power.
Okay.
To move out of that field.
Sweet.
So these guys are all stuck here.
Okay.
Until they can roll 15, which I don't think they even can because they can. They have 3D stats, so they could do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Sweet. And then I'm gonna investigate the warheads and see if I can't figure out how to. Obviously, I'm gonna need Varg's help for this. But if are they on a sledge? Are they on a pallet or a carrier of any sort? Or do we have to take them one by one?
So they're buried. So you could try to like dig around and see if they are kind of connected or if they're buried or anything like that. It's going to give a 4D power to kind of like pull them out of the muck.
Oh, I can't do that. I've only got 1 power, so I'm not going to be able to muscle my way through there.
So that's a 14, just a power. But you do have access to some of them. So you could try to just sit there and fiddle around with it, try to disarm it if you want. It would just take some wits.
Yeah, I'll do a quick investigation there to see if I can't if I can learn if disarming them would in fact reduce the radiation leakage in any way.
Okay. Yeah. Just give me a just a wits roll.
8.
Okay. Let's see. Yep. So you're able to see it, and you can see that if you disarm them, like radiation will still kind of leak, but they'll be neutralized. there's really no way to turn these back into warheads. They'll just be a chunk of radiation, but not an actual nuke.
Okay.
And so if you want, oh boy,
Wow.
that's 5, that's 10, 17. So you would need a wits check of 17 to disarm any of these bombs.
I can't make that. My max would be 10, so I'm not going to be able to disarm them. So, hey Varg, it looks like we need your muscles to pull these things out, figure out something to do.
Yes, it does.
You'd have to push. You'd have to push yourself to get those wits checks.
All right. Well, R's gonna come out and try to get this, try to get stuff out of the muck here. So, trying to beat that 14.
Oof.
Oh boy!
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Got myself
slippery there.
Got myself a not so great roll there. That's all
Well,
right. A little slippery, kind of getting my feet under me.
Yep. Well, as you guys move out to do things, all of a sudden, you know, this guy, like he's part of the fungal dead, so they don't move super quick. Oh wait, that's for when you get a 666.
Nice.
Anyways, it took him a second to kind of respond to you guys' actions, especially coming out of nowhere. He was surprised that you were there, but as he does, he calls out and he's like, "What are you doing? You know, how dare you interfere with my operation?"
Oh, what's your operation?
I'm here to collect these warheads.
What are you going to do with them?
Use them in the Great War.
Oh.
To great effect.
Oh, who are you fighting?
All people.
Oh.
All those who haven't, you know, succumbed to the fungal.
Damn. I thought maybe you were going to fight the war pigs, in which case we would be on the same side.
Well, technically, the war pigs are not part of the fungal horde.
It's true.
So war pigs, humans, immortals alike, they're all enemies to the spore and to the fungus.
Varg, what should we do here, buddy?
Well, I feel like the immediate threat is that guy. And the less immediate threat is whatever comes after these nukes after him. But I feel like if he's going to continue, even if we get some of these things out and he's allowed to continue, then it seems like it's still going to be major trouble. So I wonder if the objective is now to end his plot as the first step.
I'm down for that. That seems he seems like a big threat to us.
I imagine he kind of announces this in a classic villain monologue, and
yeah,
like,
his monologue essentially explains how he was his fungal horde found these nukes, and he's been working to try to pull them out and transport them out of the forest for what he needs, and he's almost secured the area, and he hasn't. But it's been difficult going because they are the nukes are unstable. That at any moment they may explode.
That's not good.
So your interference could ruin a delicate operation such as this. Essentially, what's going to happen on that front is every round I'm going to roll a 1d100. If I roll a 100, they explode.
perfect.
But yeah. Additionally, as he's talking,
More guys.
Let's see. Yeah.
So I imagine he's saying all this, and Quinn and Varg look at each other and kind of shrug shoulders, like, "Well, I guess that's the real problem." And kind of, Varg kind of wipes off the gunk from the stuff he's trying to pull away, and Varg is just going to say something along the lines of, "I'll watch your back if you take care of him."
Do you want me to take care of the big guy?
I feel like you've got a good shot. Otherwise, I'm plodding through some gravity at this point.
Yeah, my iron blaster, or whatever I shoot, is going to go through the gravity field as well. I don't know if that would affect the trajectory.
You might, if you shoot it from below through it, yeah. If you'd have to change your angle.
Yeah. Oh boy, this is a tough spot here. Jeez. Oh, Varg. What do you
I think there's any way to taunt this guy and get him.
That's a good question. Maybe.
He does throw out that if you assist me in retrieving these and escorting them to where I so desire, you'll be allowed to live.
Oh, that sounds like a good option. I like being allowed to live. That's always high on my list of priorities. I mean, we could work together to try to power some of these things out delicately. What do you think?
So you're thinking use that to kind of loop him into a new positioning here, since we're kind of on our heels.
Yeah. We're kind of boxed in here. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I could do is I could run back. I mean, I could use my jump boots and I could try to run, back into the distance and then take a shot at him.
Well, I think just for the sake of interesting role play, I kind of want to see what happens if we help.
Yeah.
And so also, I think, looking at the situation, like, could hold back quite a few of these guys, but if we get a bad roll to start out, we're going to get swamped.
Yeah.
So, I think for the sake of a interesting scenario, trying to, and I feel like you can always throw a thermite brick on one of these things and just be like, all right, well, we tried.
That's right. Yeah, if we have to, we can do that. That's our escape hatch.
So Varga is not super intelligent, real low on wits. So I think Varga is really just going to ham it up and just try to oversell it and be like, oh, great and wise fungal dead, we salute the forest. And it's just like incredibly cheesy, but it's going to be like, we will assist in your great task. I'm tired of my crusade and I will join yours. And so kind of does like a mock bow toward the big guy and says like, now if we will just need a little bit of time to extricate one of these warheads and then we'll be on our way.
And he's clearly suspicious of you guys, but if you're willing to do the work, he has all the cards, so he doesn't really care what you guys do. If you guys make any funny business, he will. His spores will respond.
All right.
So let's in the case of that, let's just roll armor, speed, and initiative. Yeah. So.
All right. Pretty good roll. Here we go. This is for me. Oh no. 7. Come on. Yes.
Nice.
13.
Okay.
13.
And I've got, oh boy.
Ooh.
There we go.
Jeez. 12.
That's not too bad. These guys only get, the fungal dead get a 1. And then the General Harris, his name, he gets 11,
15.
15.
14, yeah.
14.
Oh, man.
Speedy little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he goes first. And so he just is standing there kind of overlooking things very smugly, in his gear and his hat and things like that. Just watching you. He says, make quick work of it. We have much to do. And then he goes over to you, Varg. So if you're going to keep up the charade, let's see a power roll. Trying to get a 14.
And I'm going to help.
All right.
I'm going to lend my 1 power to help.
All right, yeah. So roll together and combine it all.
Yay. Jeez. 11?
13.
Oh wow.
You guys need to throw a resolve in there?
I don't have any.
I'll throw my resolve in there.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, yep. So with that, you're able to pull out a chunk of them, and you can see that they're on like this decrepit kind of cart. A group of 5 of them are just kind of like there. A quick wits check could maybe fix it. It looks like to be a little grav slab.
Okay.
So you could try to fix that real quick, and it'd be easier to carry them, or you can drag it through with just some basic brute force.
Yeah, I'll do a quick wits roll on that. 7.
Okay, we'll just do 2. Also 7, but ties go to you.
Yeah, all right.
So you got it. You just a quick little choo.
Oh, that's your problem right there. You got to turn it on.
Yeah. So boop, and now you have this kind of gently floating above the bog. It can move as you move. Any crazy movement might risk toppling some of the nukes off. But yeah.
So, quick question. With what this guy has expressed, would the Spore Hunters also be in the group that he wants to destroy?
Probably.
What's that?
Potentially, it depends on kind of how they react to him.
Gotcha.
Since the Spore Hunters aren't because these are like the fungal dead. This is a forest kind of reanimating life. The Spore Hunters are actual just things like that. So, depending on his disposition, he may or may not consider them part of the fungal horde.
Well, I feel like that may be another option available to us.
What do you think, Varg? Should we just haul ass with these things? We just run?
Yeah, let's do it.
Just toss a thermite brick over my shoulder and run?
Well, I don't want to set off the other ones.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
That's true. Okay. Sorry, go for it.
Yeah, I think if we just start scooting out, and then, I don't know, I think trying to get some help from the Spore Hunters, and I'll give them whatever the heck they want. Yeah. But I think ending this threat and bringing to bear some very capable poison forest foes, that might work out really well. So, you want to go for it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell General Harris here, hey, we're gonna start pulling it this way, but we're gonna make it very clear that we're doing it this is the safest way to get it up and out. The ground's more stable over here. We're gonna keep the ruse going. We're gonna bring it over to you. We'll walk it across this this big fallen log here. We got to get up over here. Hang on just a second. Oh, this is a real pain. Oh man, it's really
so damn heavy.
Oh, this is so awkward. This is just so frustrating.
Beat a 12 on wits for your ruse.
Okay, I need 2 6s.
You got it.
Nope.
Come on, you could push something. You could push something.
Can I push gear to change a wits roll?
I feel it's pretty open.
Okay. All right. I will
open for negotiation.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll push my Falcon amulet, which gives me guts. I'll add some. Can I add my guts to the roll for just being bold?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. What did I roll? What did I roll? I had 5. So okay, 2 more for my guts. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Hey. It's such a gutsy, just kind of cavalier lie that it's so outlandish to think that you guys would dare try it, that he's like, you'd have to be stupid to be doing this. He believes you.
Even Varg, not being very intelligent, is kind of whispering to Quinn, no, Quinn, we have a new plan. Remember? He deceived Varg a little bit too.
All right, Varg, we gotta get this up over here. We gotta get it up over onto the dry ground here. This is the safe way. We gotta get it up here so we can get it across that tree. Here we go. How's your footing? Are you okay? Careful now.
I'm set.
Okay.
I'm set.
All right.
So as you guys get it, you guys just book it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just. I'll have Varg pulling it, and or do you want me to pull it since it's a grab sled? And then if one of them tips, you can keep them on. I think you're probably going to be stronger to balance any that might slip.
I think as far as just, it's all the same to me.
Okay.
Whatever you suggest. We just got to get going.
Right. So you guys start booking it, and each of you take back a resolve for owning this and just running. All right, so give me a second. I'm going to flip back and forth just to start getting things.
Okay.
So you guys start just hauling through the forest.
Yeah.
And you hear General Harris yell like, "Get them, follow them!" All sorts of things. And eventually you come back. Oh, dang. You come back to the same clearing as they're in pursuit. So we're gonna probably end up re-rolling speed because it's a new environment. And so all of a like you make it through.
And I think as Varg is going through, he's like yelling out, knowing that they're being watched by spore hunters, and he's just calling out, being like, "We've come for aid. Like we need your help. Like you're under threat as well, not from us." Like just trying to like yell anything that would make sense to kind of be sure that it's clear that they need assistance. And it's like, you can have the blade. The blade is yours. We need your help. Come. And he's just calling out, trying to get the attention of the hunters and trying to tell the story along the way in between big heavy breaths of moving the sled.
Okay. Yeah. So, and as you do, you eventually make it back to the clearing. You call and you're being pursued. You can hear the fungal dead kind of like shambling. You're fast enough that you can keep ahead of them, but you hear them coming, and you hear General Harris keep yelling. And eventually, like you do get the Spore Chief kind of appears again, as well as a mass of hunters. all appear and they see the fungal dead army chasing after you.
We're sorry.
And then you can just see the sheer amount of kind of like
these jackasses.
Yeah. Just the sigh of discontent as the Spore Chief like, what happened?
So Varg is he's gonna take a knee in front of the chief, and he's gonna say, he's gonna explain that there's this plot to destroy anyone that's not among the fungal dead, and like that will affect your territory as much as the rest of the world if this plot's allowed to continue. And we have no desire to take anything from you, but we want to work together to save the situation. And then Varg is going to hold out the relic blade with both hands as like an offering to the Spore Chief and be like, this is a sign of goodwill. Like, this is a powerful thing.
Are you giving it up right now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm not wanting there to be any doubt of deception or that anyone's trying to pull one over. Without these guys' help, I just feel like we're screwed. I mean, you can't go pull any more of these things out of there. We gotta end the plot of the general.
For sure.
Okay. Well, these guys are coming. We're gonna have a bit of a quick tussle. Of the Spore clan of 10 Spore Hunters and the Spore Chief, and you guys with a cartload of 5 nukes in the mix as the fungal horde led by General Harris continues to approach. So again, another 2
Jeez.
here. Okay. And then I'm rolling for the nuke stability.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, 96. So close. You hear him clinking and clattering, and you're like, oh no. Okay, everybody roll your speed.
All right.
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
All right.
11.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
11. Okay, and then I don't want to lock that. I'll do this. All right, and then the fungal dead, they get a 3. General Harris, gets 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
He gets 14.
Okay.
Man, I was hoping to get a.
4 hunters get 1, 2, 3. They get 5.
Oh no!
And the Spore Chief gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
That's 10, 14.
Wow.
So
Hey.
Varga's also going to call out to the chief and the hunters, like, you know the forest, like, how do we stop them? And just very much willing to hear any advice.
He says the fungal dead are weak. Try to kill more than one at a time. Don't worry on sharpshooting. Kill them in mass.
Okay.
All right. Varg was kind of panicked before, but he takes a big old deep breath and says, that I can do. And he just takes a step forward with his greatsword.
Okay. Well, Quinn, you're the top of the round. You get to go first.
Yeah. So Quinn is going to take his thermite brick and lob it as hard as he can over here to try to just scatter all of these guys. Yeah, I just want to go for mass damage, and I'm like the whole time I'm arming and throwing it, I'm screaming to the Spore Chief and the Spore Clan, like, boy, guys, I'm really sorry, I'm ruining your homelands here, but we got to do this.
Okay. Well, tell me what damage you deal.
It just says an explosion to far reach.
Okay.
And I think it had something in there like roll speed or die.
If you're in this explosion, yeah. So I'm trying to make sure I throw it farther than to make sure that us and the nukes are not in the blast radius.
Okay. Roll your speed,
Okay.
and just that's going to be the target.
17.
17. Okay. The spores. I'm just going to roll one time. They have a 3D stat, so if they roll a perfect 666, they will all survive. No. Okay. This explosion goes off. Thermite brick blows up this group.
Woo-hoo.
There are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups. Let's see, that's 25, 30, 32. All right, give me 2 D20s, and that's how many are dead.
30.
30. Yep, so
Thermite brick strikes again.
2 remaining, as well as General Harris.
There's going to be just debris and bones everywhere. Kicked up all the leaves and the dust and the dirt. Oh, man.
Okay.
Oof.
All right. Very nice. If you still need a refresh one, receive another resolve.
Oh, I'm full. Thank you.
Okay.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice use of those thermite. Good thing you didn't get rid of that.
I know. All right. Up to the Spore Chief and then the General.
All right. The Spore Chief and the General. Let's see. The Spore Chief has... He's going to come up and move forward, and out from underneath his cloak, he pulls out a pulse cannon.
Nice.
And so he's gonna roll his aim, he's just gonna roll 66, and for each 6, he first he's gonna inflict a hit. So 66. Each 6 he's gonna hit. 1, 2,
Nice.
3, 4, 5, 6.
666.
Woo!
Number of the beast.
There it is.
Yeah.
Nice. Spore Chief comes in, takes out 3 of General Harris's hits, removing 1 piece of his armor. Very nice.
Ooh.
Spore Chief.
The forces of hell have been alerted.
Yes. We're gonna just
Things
roll
weren't complicated enough here.
I know, right?
1D timer. Okay. You can feel You almost hear in the wind laughter as the timer gets rolled. Okay, that brings us to General Harris. He is going to move forward, and he is going. He's going to roll a tactic. He's going to run up to Vargas, and he is going to roll. He's just going to try to smash you with his fist. He rolls 5d. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not sure if that's a crit or not. Man.
That's a 23.
Yep, that's a crit.
No, because he need. Oh yeah, 12 or more. Yep, that's exactly what he needs.
Oof. Man, I imagine that my shield is toast.
Yep, so whatever you use to defend yourself, as a crit, it destroys one piece of armor automatically. And he gets to go again. And he's going to smash. He's going to punch again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got 10, 16. Okay.
Meet his fist with my helmet, but my helmet takes a crack.
Okay. Because it's his fist smash, if he inflicts a hit, he attacks again.
Oh.
This guy's a monster.
Okay. I think that might have hurt his fist.
That's 4, that's 6, that's 9. That's not enough. You'd lost your shield. He punched right through it.
Oh, man.
I feel like we both just kind of like stagger away after I meet his hit with my helmet.
Okay. All right. Let's see. And that brings us down to Varg. It's your turn.
All right.
Take him out.
Yeah. I'm gonna just swing at him with my great sword once that shield is kind of smashed. And I lift up on my back and just big overhead swing down on top of the general.
Okay, so, go for it.
Here we go. 7, 10, 14. Got him.
Woo! Okay. So, do you deal a hit, or do you destroy? You just one hit.
It inflicts 2 hits with a 12 plus. So
nice.
Going in and cracks a little bit of his armor. Yep. And then take a step back and get ready for the next round.
Very nice. Okay, and then it comes down to the Spore Hunters. They move up, and they start pelting the fungal dead with their arrows. Okay, so again, we're just gonna. Yep, they do it.
Nice.
So those fungal dead are gone, and then we're gonna just see if they can. The rest of them can ping through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 14. Okay. Yep. So they hit. So I'm just going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do 8. Okay, I'm going to roll a d8 and then however many hits that landed. Ooh, 8 hits. They crush. He's down to his last piece of armor. They just pelt him with arrows. Okay, the fungal dead go. One more arrives. Wow, this army is slow. Okay, different.
Imagine the general looks back and looks very disappointed.
Yes, he is stretched thin in the moment.
Like, forward, my hordes, and then this one guy shambles.
Okay. Additionally, the two things that happen from here are. Sorry, let me just grab this again.
If that nuke goes off, I'm just going to lose it.
Sorry. So after the dying of the wind, the laughing on the wind, it fades. All of a sudden, where your thermite brick, just this big fire suddenly just bursts out from the explosion, and the mycelium and the dry wood and everything is perfect fodder for the flames, especially flames you think may be spurred on from a hellish source.
Oh, guys, I'm really sorry about that.
Then we got the last thing is the stability of the nuke. So 1d100, 45. They're still good.
Okay. Oh man.
Hey, start at the back of the round. That brings us to Quinn.
All right, I'm going to use my blaster. I can push it, what, 2 times to get a guaranteed hit, right?
Yep.
And if I push it 3 times, what does that do?
Up to just anything. You can add die, hit more than one, reduce the target. You can destroy armor instantly without a critical hit. So I mean, like, you could push it to the max and be like, I want to get that hit, and I want to destroy his last piece of armor.
And what do you think, Varg? Should I do that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll have no weapons then.
Oh. Well, that's a little bit of a bummer.
Yeah, so I'll push it twice to get a guaranteed hit. There's no sense.
You gotta get a 14.
There's no sense. I need a 14 to hit.
General Harris.
Even
yeah.
if I push my gear.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, guaranteed hit. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So I'll push it twice just to hit it, get one solid hit on him. That's all I want.
Okay. He's down to his last hit of his last piece of armor.
Man. Okay. And with that,
Right.
I'm going to pull. I'm going to pull the nukes farther away from them, so that in the event that somebody falls over, they don't knock it down.
Hey, very nice. All right, the Spore Chief. He's going to pull out his staff. He's going to run up and he's going to try to just join Varg and stand side by side together, and he's going to smack General Harris upside the head. So let's see. Spore Chief he's a 66. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Nice.
5, 6.
Wow.
Yeah, there it is. 12, 17, 17, 19. Yeah, I think that was like a 23 again. So not enough for a crit, but he does hit, and he knocks off General Harris's last piece of armor.
That little captain's hat.
Yeah, just knocked it off. He is exposed, but it is his turn. All right, this is gonna bring. All right, he is. He's going to roll his tactic. Let's see what he gets. A 7. So what he's going to do is he's going to from behind his back as well. He pulls out a pulse cannon. He's going to lay it on both of you, Varg and the Spore Chief, and he's going to try to hit both of you at such close range. Okay, so with a 5D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's 10. Not enough to hit either of you. It sputters. You guys maybe even knock it to the side and blast it away. It does increase the fire though. So he misses. All right, that brings us to Varg.
All right. Finish this guy off. I'll push my great sword to have one more dice thrown in there just to give me a good shot at it. Maybe get a crit. Here we go. 5.
There we go.
One more. Come on. Give me another 6. I want another 6.
That
It's
is
20.
20.
Nice. Yeah. Tell me how this is the killing move. He's dead. Tell me how you do it.
With all his armor gone, I think just taking the end of the greatsword and just doing a big ram, kind of almost like running start jousting kind of ram into his chest, and pinning him back on the ground.
Nice. As he in his death throes, you know, he's not spattering or spurting like you'd expect from a living entity. He's able to hold on for just a moment as he's pinned to the ground. He looks at you, and he just dead stares you and says, "You know I'm right. The fungal horde is all that can remain. It will bring back the earth. All else should die." It kind of, and then he just kind of fades away. His body almost seems to kind of slowly get absorbed by the ground as it pulls him under. As well as the rest of the fungal horde, without a general commanding them, they move through, and without even thinking, they move through the fire and burn. The spore hunters, you know, dash through the trees, picking them off, and clear out the horde themselves. As you stand back with the spore chief.
We gotta put this fire out, Varg.
Yeah.
Do we have anything to... I don't have... I guess I can throw my armor on there, or the retread pauldrons. I mean, I'll try to use what I've got to try to smother some of this fire.
Okay. Yeah.
We gotta put it out. We can't let their helm burn. We've already destroyed it with the thermite brick.
Yeah.
I've got a chain shirt I can use to kind of, you know, smother the flames as well.
Yeah. So, because of the hellish nature, what you use ends up being destroyed.
Oh no!
But it does put out. But it does put out the fire.
Okay.
And my helmet and boots.
Yeah. I've got us a helmet and gloves and boots. Yeah, that's it. Oh man. And the Spore Chief is going to be pissed at us.
Yeah, he is not happy with you guys. He's grateful that you were able to help stop the foe, but he's also unhappy that you brought the foe in the first place.
Oh yes.
And so after you explain the stories, what do you suggest to do with the nukes?
I give them to the Spore clan. That's theirs. They get to do what they want. And if they want us to dispose of them, we can haul them on through the forest and get them out of their place. But if they want to use them, that's their booty to have, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no, they don't trust you guys with these nukes, understanding what they are, and he kind of sends a squad of spore hunters back, following your directions to where you guys said the rest were.
Yeah.
So they head off to explore and collect the rest of them and dispose of them how they see fit.
Okay.
Talk about a campaign impacting decision you just made.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll just give the Spore tribe this large collection of paladins.
What could go wrong?
In this world, anything
could go wrong. So, in the end, he is a man of his word. They made agreements that you can travel and come back safely. So, but he does request that you do leave. Do you leave the way that you came, or do you try to slip through and head deeper into the forest? Just as a final.
We gotta gear up, and I don't know how much more I can take of this forest.
Well, now that the big threat is past, I'm pretty comfortable in the poison forest generally, and I wouldn't mind kind of taking the scenic route through to find some gear, maybe some bug parts, so we could cobble together some more armor, some more gear. But yeah, I think we definitely need to head back towards civilization. It's some route. I don't want to go across that bridge again.
Yeah, so he essentially just tells you that leave the territory. You know, if you cause trouble again, we may not be so kind, but may the forest be kind to you all the same.
Yeah, it'd be nice if something was kind to us for a change.
So you guys grab your stuff, head on, and you know there's plenty of more adventure, potential for gear, more slain, more fungal dead.
Oh man!
You don't know where you might find what you need, but the forest may provide. Unfortunately, it may provide for itself rather than you, or maybe it might.
Awesome.
It might be kind.
Wow.
So you've survived the Bog of Nukes. Good job, you guys.
Wow.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to stop
That was
recording.
that was intense.